Okay. Ah, here we go. Here we go.
Gotta tune in to what the angels say.
Yay, we're here.
Listen for the good news coming my way.
Look at you guys. Crazy. Constance. Hey, Constance. What's going on? I see you. I see you.
On the will of heaven today.
Hello, Liz. Hello, Liz. Good evening, Liz Wolf. Ivona. Kikoka. Norway. Happy hot diggity. Hey, diggity. Hot diggity. Good evening, hot diggity. Ferdinand Olasco, Philippines. Ferdinand. Ferdinand from Philippines. Tina. Hey, Tina. Good evening. Good evening. Tina Miller. Yay. Yay, yay. This is so cool. La Russia. Hey. Good evening, La Russia. Yay. Oh, it's so good to see you all. So good to see you all. Abby. Abby's in the house. Oh. Abby in the house. Yay. Thanks, Abby. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Sharon. Good evening. Sharon Tio's here. Oh, slow down, slow down. Hold on. It's going too fast. Jenny. Jenny H. I can't keep up. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Lena. Scorpio Queen. Lena. Lena, Lena, Lena. Lena, Lena, Lena. Laura Ellen Smith. Good evening, Laura Ellen Smith.
Smelling all the flowers.
You're a very good singer, you know, Ellen. Laura Ellen Smith. Precious, add you please. I will add you please. Hi, Precious. Good evening, Precious. Yes, how are you? Primary's here. Primary's in the house. Good evening, Ingrid. Good evening. Good evening. Mary Hudson. Mary Hudson's here. Good evening, Mary. Mary HDZ. Yes. Angie Cottrell. Angie Cottrell is here. And who did else? I just missed somebody. Hold on. I missed somebody. I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost. Slow down. This is going too fast. Where are you? Hold on. How do I do this? Stay there.
I'm waiting on the will of heaven.
Oh, there we are. Okay, I got you. Angie. Vendetta. Vendetta Bohemia. Yay. Good evening. Stephanie Vaughn. Good evening. Hello, Stephanie Vaughn. Hello. Stephanie V. Stephanie V, you got it. Okay. Zala. Good morning. Oh, well, isn't that nice? I think I know who that is. That 1111. I think I know who that is. Stephanie Vaughn. Yes, it is. It is you. I recognize you. I know you. Okay, I got that one. I got that. Yay. I see you. I see you. I see you. Oh, Elizabeth Oliver. Unusual. You're the second person I've ever met who spells Elizabeth with an S. I have a dear friend who spells Elizabeth with an S. There you go. Well, I'm glad you guys are all feeling good. Hey, Lena, you didn't miss anything. I didn't even do a show last week. I lasted about 5 minutes. I was really sick. So there you go. All sons in the house. Yay. All sons here. Greetings, Michael. How are you doing? Full moon's the room. Yay. Mr. Bayless. Mr. T. Bayless. It's such a British name, I think. I think it sounds like you come from the Frankenstein Chronicles that were just playing on Netflix. Mr. Bayless, I think he was one of the people, the characters there. Wait a minute, what's going on? You're funny, Stephanie. You're very, very funny. You are very funny. How do you do that? Stephanie, how do you do that? Again, it looks like you're looking for double dips here. That's a loud shout out. I see. I get it. I get it. I get it. Joanna Bannock. Joanna B. Yes. Good evening. List Club. Yeah, you could make the List Club. The Elizabeth instead of the Z Club. Yeah. Laura Ellen Smith has confided to us that your hands smell like sage. Have you been saging the house? Climbing up a mountain. Hey, MC. Yes, good evening, MC. Hi. Hi. Hi, MC. Greetings, greetings. Staring at the moon. Precious, the Welsh father of my child. Say that very quickly. The Welsh father of my child. The Welsh father of my child. There you go. Say that very quickly. Yeah, serious energy shift. Hey, no fighting on screen here. No fighting, no family fights allowed, okay? Oh, Zala, are you the one from South Africa? Zala, are you from South Africa? South Africa? Are you from South Africa? Did I get that right? Yeah, you can blame everything on the full moon right now if you're having a rough time, people. It's really handy, isn't it? Really, really. Listen to the waves come crashing down. Yeah. Yeah, it's been really, really rough, people. It's been a really rough week. I have to tell you, it's been really rough. Have a look. Constance, did I get your name earlier? Yes, I got you. You were the first up for the show, weren't you? Yay. Danny Salazar. Houston, Texas in the house. Danny Salazar. Salazar. Okay, from Texas. Hot diggity. Good purging energy. Yeah, sure, if you want. Yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy week. Intense, a very intense week, I would say. You probably might agree with me, every one of you in your own way, I'm sure. Yay, Elizabeth Oliver. Yes, Elizabeth, you can blame the stars. If you had a complete disaster week, yes, blame the planets. Today is official blame the planets day. Wow. Look at you, Michael. Michael knows how to win friends and influence people. You must have read that book. I've seen that book. Thank you so much, Olson. You know what? Actually, you deserve a reading. We're going to get you a reading, Olson. It's about time you had a reading anyway. There you go. So there you go. How was that? That is seriously hot. TL, yes, you missed me. Yes, I missed you. Yes, Zola, I missed you. I recognize you. I think you're the one from South Africa. Love you too, Michael. Hold on, let me just put a pause here on some music. I just want to say hi to you guys officially without having to talk over my own music. Thank you so much. Please, I'm going to have to stop the music from interrupting me. It's my music, but it's interrupting me. There you go. I like my own songs, by the way. So thank you all so much. Robbie RM. Me. You missed me. Okay, Robbie RM. I got you. Robbie RM. Okay, we got you there, Robbie. You're here, Robbie. Yeah, I got you. Got you. Actually, Robbie, oh, Iraq. Salah from Iraq. That's so cool. Where did I put your name? Oh, you're not even on here yet. Hold on. That is so good. God, this is so cool, you guys. I just love doing this thing with you guys. You know, a lot of you are from the United States all over, and then Canada. I know Precious, Precious, you're up in Canada, and Mr. Bayless, you're probably up in Canada. Stephanie, Arkansas. Michael back east. Laura Ellen Smith, where are you? Where did I put Laura? I don't even have your name here. Oh, there you are. I know you're from back east. Zala from Iraq. Oh, I have to get you a freaking reading. You're just going to get a reading anyway, just for the heck of it. Trista. Trista. I accept your blessings. I'm very good at receiving love. I'm an expert at receiving love. Oh my God, this is fantastic. Robbie M from Brazil. Wow. Wow, that's so cool. I gotta make some kind of freaky highlight note here or something. I don't know how to do this. Brazil, Iraq. That's so cool. Brazil, Iraq. That's fantastic. Isn't that just amazing? I think it's freaky amazing that we're live here tonight. I'm over here on Los Angeles. Lena is over there in Buenos Aires. Look at that, Buenos Aires. Okay, and then we have all the USA crowd. Fantastic. Abby heading up the Terra Lumination Love Tribe. All Sun acting as security guard and promotion and marketing. Robbie from Brazil, Zala from Iraq. That's so cool. Hey, who is that? Wait a minute. What's that? I just saw something. Trista Perry. Thank you so much, Trista. Trista Perry, I thank you for the love. Money talks very loud on this channel. I'm very good at that. I'm very good at receiving. I think I just told you. It's okay. It all helps. It all serious. You have no idea. Medina from Florida. Yes, Abby, it's working. Just like you predicted. It's slow, but I don't mind. I'd rather have it slow and steady. I don't want to do the big rush thing. I've learned so much, Abby. I've been doing so much work, and I often say to myself, what would Abby do? Like, you know, if I'm in a situation, how would Abby handle this? What would Abby recommend? Because you have all that Leo power. And, you know, I really need that Leo power to get me fired up. It just sort of, I have to have it. There you go. I'm going to start a new list. Hold on. Captain XPC. Captain XPC. Captain XPC. Welcome. Love Tribe Gang. Hashtag Love Tribe Gang. Yeah, that works. There's probably a website for it or some kind of like Instagram page or something. Santa Fe. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Don't cry for. Wait a minute. Who was that in Argentina? Somebody said Argentina? Oh, Lena, that's you. Okay. Hi, Lena. Yeah. Oh, Trista, I didn't know you're a healer too. Thank you. Thank you so much. We should follow up and talk about that sometime. I have a lot of amazing chats with healers, and most of my clients are healers. For private readings, can you imagine that? Most of the TL clients for private readings are healers. Yeah, RS, yes, you can get on. It's Rebecca. Okay, let's call it RS Rebecca. How do I spell that? Wait a minute. You got the proper old-fashioned way. You got the old-fashioned way of spelling Rebecca. How do I do that? KH. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're here. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Oh. Precious does Reiki and Tarot. Yeah, for sure. Did you tell us? Hold on. Jakarta. Look at that. Lucia Santosa from Jakarta. Sentosa, Jakarta. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Wow, thank you. Wow, that's fantastic. That's fan-freaking-tastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Wow. Wow, that's so cool. That's so cool, people. Thank you so much for all being here. All Sun does chocolate healing. Yeah. Chocolate infusions. Chocolate house. What do they do that like when you're doing smudging? Chocolate smudging. Chocolate soup. Chocolate ice cream. Chocolate baths. Chocolate sound baths. Chocolate icing, chocolate syrup massage. How about that? Fantastic. That's really, really good. That's really primary high-end healing healthcare. The other list is right here. Zala, the other list is right here. I just ran out of space. That's all. There's all the names here. Don't worry, you're here. You're here. Zala, you're right there. Okay. I'm kind of doing that weird cherry picking thing. There's no kind of order to it. I'm going to get Zala a reading. You know? There you go, Zala. You're getting a reading. It'll be a little one. It's going to be a short night, people. I'm just letting you know. I'm really kind of wiped out. Yeah. Angie Love. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. I'm trying to keep up with the screen. Okay. Angie Love. Yes. Yes, I didn't see you there earlier. There's a different Angie over here. It's a different Angie, isn't it? Angie Cottrell. Is that right? I think so. Yeah. It's a different Angie. Yeah. Oh, look what's happened, All Sun. Look what you've done. You're stealing all the light. You're doing all your chocolate healing now, and everybody wants to go to chocolatehealingonline.com. Oh dear, oh dear. How am I supposed to stay in business when you're around? You know, it's just good. I work all day to make this stuff happen, and you take all the clients for their chocolate healing sessions. It must be amazing what you do and how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I guess you just have buckets of chocolate icing, chocolate syrup, melted chocolate, dark chocolate, salted caramel chocolate, cherry with chilies chocolate, orange mandarin crystal chocolate, all of it. Chocolate bath, yes. Yeah. I know you appreciate me. I know you guys love me. You tell me outright. I love it. 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 What's that thing? Flattery gets you everywhere. Something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. Chocolate covered pretzels. Yeah, that's another healing modality at the very high end of the All Sun list. Chocolate pretzel eating healing meditations. Chocolate pretzel healing meditations. There you go. Yeah, it's fantastic. So much. Yeah. Trista Perry has declared outright that she deserves a reading. Oh, okay. That's very, very bold. That's very, very bold of you. It takes courage to be that bold, Trista. Oh, yeah. You've already figured it out. Trista Perry. Wait a minute. Hold on. I want to see something. Wait a minute. I think I forgot something. Hold on, people. Where? Oh, man. I've lost it on the screen, Trista. I can't find it anywhere. Didn't you just put $5 in or something? Was that you, Trista? There was a whole rush of people. Stephanie put a whole bunch of money in the pot. Olson put some in, and then someone else. Was that you, Trista? Was that you? Was that you? Oh, I missed you. I'm sorry, Patricia. I got you now. Clinton. Okay, I got that. Yeah, yeah. I just got it, Abby. I just found it. Okay, so it's you, Trista. It is you. I thought so. I knew there was someone else. I knew it. I just forgot. It's very hard to do this show without the backstage crew. You probably figured that out. The backstage crew have been on an extended vacation recently. Just out of freak, just a question, just for kicks. Yeah, thanks also. Thanks for reminding me. Just for kicks, I'd like to find out, just in case it might be one of those freaky nights. Does anybody here tonight, big question mark, does anybody here have a Taurus sun and a Scorpio moon? Does anybody, I mean, I know statistically the chances are very, very small, but I just thought I would ask, is there anybody here tonight who has a Taurus sun and a Scorpio moon? Just out of curiosity. Angie Cottrell, are you serious? Seriously, Angie? Really? Cece, you? What? Seriously? Wait a minute. I didn't even see you, Cece. Cece. Is it Cece or Cece? And Medina. What? No kidding. What? Seriously? This is freaky, man. Oh, Pisces moon. No, that doesn't count. I'm asking. Wow, that's, oh my gosh, that's incredible. And Medina. Tanya Shaw. Oh my God, look at that. Holy shit. I don't know how to mark that. Hold on, I'm just. Who was that? Who was the other? MC Medina. Hold on. Hold on, I missed somebody. Who was it? Who? M. Medina. M. Medina. Did I get your name earlier? M. Medina. Where are you? I didn't even get your name. Dang. You know, this is a really professional show, as you know. You're kidding me. Scorpio, sun, and moon. Sun and moon. That's freaky. As Cece. Serious. That can't, that's almost impossible. Statistically, that's just freaky. Seriously. Wow. That's absolutely freaky. Okay, Lena wants to sing. Everybody stand back. Everybody stand back. Stand well back. Everybody, buddy, clear the stage, clears the room. Lena is going to start singing. Whoa. Okay. And actually, you might want to record this. She's very, very good. I'm just letting you know. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's kind of a special night, people. It's kind of a special night. And oh, yeah, by the way, we got two amazing singers here tonight. Laura Ellen Smith is a very good singer and songwriter. There you go. Lena No Green Effects is an amazing singer and songwriter. There you go. And I can prove it. I do have the recordings to prove it. Maybe one day we'll figure out to do something. And MC's going to be a backup singer. Yay. It's going to be the band. It's his old part of the band, man. Yay. Yay. Thank you, everybody. Everybody. Yes. Trista Perry, that's pretty intense Scorpio stuff. Very, very serious. Very, very, very serious. Gerardo. Gerardo's here. Welcome, Gerardo. Oh my, Gerardo, Gerardo is in Patagonia. That's amazing. Look at that tonight, people. Iraq, Buenos Aires, Brazil, Patagonia. Isn't that freaky? Oh, wait a minute. There's somebody here from the Philippines. Who is that from the Philippines? I forgot. Ivona, Ferdinand, Philippines. That's freaky. We have quite a crowd here. Angie Love is a bassist drummer. This is fantastic. We got a band. We got a band, people. We've got the band. Little Cap is here. Good evening, Little Cap. Little Cap, I just saw that. Hold on, where are you? Yeah, I got you. Ferdinand's from the Philippines. Ellen Michaels. Good evening, Ellen. Good evening. Good evening, evening. Good evening, good evening. Robbie just couldn't resist telling us all about himself. Excuse me, people. I am Cancer Sun and Taurus Rising and Leo Moon. Okay, so that means you have to watch 3 separate Tarot Illumination reports every month. That's exhausting. Well, no, it's exciting. That's a wonderful thing. I'm happy for you. Yay. Trista Perry has North Node in Scorpio. You've been purging. Oh, that sounds revolting. I mean, I do invite people to bring their barf bags with them. But please do that stuff off camera. We can't put that stuff on the show. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, champagne. That's what that is. Got it. Oh, RS. Wait a minute. I didn't get you there. I don't have RS anywhere. RS. Cool. Welcome, RS. Welcome. Kaboom. Cheers. Cheers, people. No, don't be worried, Ellen. We're going to figure this all out. There's nothing to be scared of. It's actually kind of a beautiful full moon. Okay, let's have a look, people. I think we've checked everybody in. I'm a little bit... Oh, I forgot. I just wanted to go over the cool places again tonight, because we're all here. A lot of us are in the United States. Look at this. Lucia from Jakarta. Gerardo from Patagonia. Fernando from the Philippines. Lena from Buenos Aires. Robbie from Brazil. Zala from Iraq. To me, this just blows my mind. This just blows my mind. This is happening right now, live. I just can't ever get over this stuff. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And I'm so happy that you guys are making friends with each other all over the world. Rosalind. Oh my gosh, they're stirring up memories from me. There are very few Rosalinds with the spelling like that. Wow. Oh my God, Patricia's from Minnesota. Minerva from New York. Yeah, it's pretty freaky. We're connecting from all over the freaking planet. Quebecois, Canada. Abby, you're so right. It's amazing, isn't it? Hold on, let me put that down there. Linda Morcelli, where did I get you? Did I even get your name earlier? No, I didn't. Linda Morcelli. Morcelli. Canada. See? Canada. It's all over the freaking planet, people. And of course, to everybody in the United States, man, go USA. Go USA. And rain dance for New Mexico. Yeah, New Mexico, you hardly get any rain at all. Let's have a look. What's going on, people? All right, Okay, we've had an exceptionally vibrant and exciting intro chat time, because this is what happens on such an amazing professional channel like this. And let me just make a mark. Who were the three people here? We're going to make a special. I don't know what to do about this, but I think it's important to note this. Sissy, Tanya Shaw, and M. Medina. Apparently, all you guys have a Taurus sun and a Scorpio moon. That's freaky. Okay, it's freaky on a night like this, because this is the night of the Taurus sun and the Scorpio moon, and it's happening right now live as we speak. In fact, here we go. Here's a little chart. I'll make a nicer chart. Hold on. Just indulge me for a few moments. This is just another Tarot Lumination Astro Doodle. You know, the famous Tarot Lumination Astro Doodles. And you know, just like Picasso, I sell these on eBay after the show for about $1,000 per doodle. You know that already. So there we go. This is just for fun. I'm just doing this for your entertainment. And this is just a generic chart, okay? So right now, and we have this lovely, cool stuff going over here. Let me see, have a look here. So this is the Taurus sun. And over here we have the Scorpio moon. So that's kind of what's happening at the moment. This is just for giggles, just for fun. Yes, Diana Lynn, it is exciting to be us. Isn't it amazing to be us? We are so cool. Okay, now you're going to get a close-up view. This is the official Tarot Lumination Astro Doodle for tonight, especially for tonight's show. There you go. This is what it looks like in heaven right now. This, if you blinked and looked up at the skies, or looked up at your ceiling, or even just blinked and closed your eyes, this is exactly what heaven would look like. That's what heaven looks like. So, yes, I know it's very, very exciting. You would think it's full of angels and sparkles and clouds and all that kind of stuff. But heaven mostly looks like this. That's just the way it's built, people. So, what does it all mean? Well, why don't you guys tell me? I guess we could do it that way instead of me just going blah, 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 blah. So I'll just give you my quick little interpretation. Hold on. And we got the Capricorn stuff here. Now, there's a whole ton of other things going on. Please don't talk to me. If you guys really need to get into serious, long-distance telepathic satellite dish astrology on a global scale, you can check in with Gerardo. Gerardo is with us here tonight, master astrologer of the skies. He will tell you all the magic that's going on here. This is just the elementary Tarot Lumination style. So right now, the sun is over here in Taurus, about 10 degrees, and the moon is over here in Scorpio, about 10 degrees. So it's a full-on classic opposition. So it just means there's a culmination somewhere in somewhere probably in the dynamics of your most significant relationships, because this type of energy can only manifest in the context of a significant relationship, even if that means you're looking in the mirror and you're all alone. It doesn't matter. It's like, what's on the opposite side of you, what's being reflected back to you by a significant other. And the culmination here is at the full moon. So you might have come to a lot of realizations about what's going on in your life in terms of significant relationships, whether it's, depending on where this lies in your life, the relationship dynamics of this little piece of astrodoodle, however it lands in your life. For example, if you're a Taurus, it'll look like this. Okay? This is if it's a Taurus. Okay? It'll look like that. The sun would be right there on you, on the horizon, and the moon will be right there in your seventh house. So anybody who has a Taurus sun right now, including Cece, Tanya, and M. Medina, then your piece of astrodoodle heaven uh, would look sort of like this. And you might be experiencing uh, like a really profound sense of like being integrated between yourself and a significant other, but it might not be very obvious. It's probably happening at a very, very deep soul level because of the Scorpio moon being very closely aligned with, you know, the Jupiter and Scorpio energy right now. And it's sometimes very hard to figure out Scorpio energy at that kind of depth. Just please accept it that it's very, very good for you. It's very wholesome. You need to know this stuff, even if it's stressful. And the reason I'm not too worried about this full moon tonight for everybody is because it's being very, very harmoniously supported by all the Capricorn energy up here. We have Pluto and Saturn, and I think we've still got leftovers of Mars, if I remember correctly. Hold on, let me just check. Yeah, we've still got Mars up there too. So the Capricorn energy is very harmonious with all the Taurus energy, and it's very harmonious with the Scorpio energy. So whatever is happening in your life, wherever this lies in your chart, in your world, it's probably really for the good for you. It's nothing traumatic. Yes, it is a full moon, and often a lot of stuff comes to the surface during full moons, but it doesn't have to be, you know, chaotic or disastrous. I know a couple of you wrote on and said it was a really rough week. I can affirm I had an extremely rough week myself, but I'm recovered. I'm here. I'm alive to tell the tale. The other thing I just want to point out about this particular full moon is that it is an extremely accurate hard square to the North Node. So what does that tell me? To me, it tells me that there's a lot of pressure, planetary pressure, on all of us, every single one of us, to really pay attention to our Leo North Node journey that's happening for the whole planet right now. So the question I was asked, are you really, really, truly being your most shiny, awesome, amazing selves? No apologies. Being deliberately happy by choice, being loving and being loved, being creative, being expressive, being romantic, sharing that openly and vividly with others, and living out your story. No apologies. Are you doing that? Are you willing to stand up on a stage and declare yes? If so, you're doing fine. If not, it's very important that you consider doing that. Lena is fully prepared right now to jump on the middle of the stage and declare how amazing she is as a songwriter. And Laura would be very happy to stand up there and do the same. I know you're both, you know, let's say, you know, works in progress, shining stars on the make, so to speak. But you got to start somewhere. You got to start on the stage. We'll you two, we'll talk about this. We'll start doing a little. We'll do a little show or something. Okay, get you. We'll put the little videos or something. So we'll follow up. Okay, guys. Laura and Lena will follow up so we can put some Laura and Lena music on the channel. Okay, that would be an expression of literally going for it for the Leo North Node in the very most classic way. So the rest of you guys, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever it is your most shiny gift, This is the time to shine. This is the time to bring it forward. This is not the time to hide in the shadows in the back of the room and pretend you're going to slink out without anybody noticing. We've got you. The gates are locked. The gates are closed. You are now officially part of the Terra Lumination Love Tribe, and there is no escape. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, that sounded a bit culty. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. I don't mean to scare you people. Yeah. All right. So let's put this aside. I know what you guys are waiting for. You're waiting for the Terra Lumination Love Tribe group reading. There we go. So let's do that. Hold on. Give me a moment. I got to get organized here. Where's my crew? Where on earth is my backstage crew, people? They're slacking off. It's really hard to run this show without a crew, I have to tell you. Seriously hard work. No, TL does look orange tonight. It might be the lighting. I don't know what it is. Maybe I can turn on some extra lights. Put on the stage lights a bit brighter or something. Hold on. How does that look for you? I don't know if that's going to help much. Yay. Yeah, TL always looks a bit strange. Don't worry about it. Okay, it's normal. Patricia, wait a minute. Patricia, did I get your name earlier? Hold on. I like to get everybody if I can. There you go. I got your name. Didn't I get it? Yeah, I got you. I got you. All right, cool. I was just a little bit worried there for a moment. Sorry, that was a scrappy note. All right, where were we? We're going to do a reading, a group reading for the Terra Lumination Love Tribe. Thank you very much. This is all Abby's idea, by the way. And because I'm naturally kind of secretive and shy and quiet, even though, you know, there's a part of me which has to show off and be, you know, do a show. So there's that part, there's that part. But in general, I kind of like to be behind the scenes. So for tonight, we're going to clear the space a little bit, and we're going to do a group reading. All right, here we go. Are you ready, people? This is for everybody. Yes, I would agree, Angie. We're all, by definition, marginally speaking, strange. In fact, most of us here are marginal types, I would say, by definition. It's just how we are. I don't think you would be able to operate or enjoy this show unless you were at least like 20% weird, or even 30 to 40%. You got to be a little bit weird, because we don't do the regular stuff. This is not a gaming channel. I'm not showing you how to do your nails and makeup and hair. I don't have any cats to show you. I don't have any dogs to show you. I don't have any videos of me skateboarding through the Colorado snows. I don't have any videos of me jumping across skyscrapers in the middle of Manhattan. I don't do that stuff. And I don't sit here and rant and rave and stare in the camera and blaspheme and swear all day. I just don't do it. We just do our own little weird thing here, and that's enough. Hold on, I just saw a new name. Sherry G. Sherry G. Okay, that's your rapper name? Sherry G, is that your rapper name? Hold on. That's right. Okay, maybe you can be part of the backup dancers. Sheree G is going to be one of the backup dancers. Yep. So Lena and Laura are going to do most of the singing, and then Sheree G is going to do the backup dancing. We need more dancers. We need dancing girls. Lots and lots of dancing girls. It always improves the shows. I mean, dancing guys are kind of cool, but I think what really makes a good show is dancing girls. That's just how it is. That's how it works on television. That's how it works on radio. Lots and lots of dancing. Yep. Wait a minute, I thought I got you. I've got you, happy-go-lucky. Don't I have you? Hold on, hold on. Happy-go-lucky, you're a regular. I can't believe that I don't have your name here. Oh my gosh, you're right. I don't. I'm so sorry. I thought I did it. Happy-go-lucky. There you go. I got you. Okay, I got that. Zala. Oh, perfect, Zala. I mean, someone's got to do it. Zala has volunteered. You're very, very brave. You could be the pretty girl with no talent. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. It takes so much courage to do that, especially on radio. Yeah, when we're doing a lot of radio dancing, it's just amazing. All right, so we got everybody. I think we got everybody checked in. Let's do this. Let's do this, people. Hold on. You know what happens now. It's time for a little sip of gentle herbal relaxing tea. Hello, good evening, and welcome. This is Terra Lumination. Oh, look, isn't that interesting? He's drinking herbal tea. Oh, I wonder what brand that is. Well, it has a delicious nectar flavor and color. Oh no, that's chocolate. That's what it is. It's part of the chocolate. This is chocolate maple syrup. This is part of the All Sun treatment. Okay, this is for TL Love Tribe. Now, how is that for a brand logo? TL Love Tribe. There you go. That's what we're going to read for right now. Tea time with TL. Hello, it's tea time with TL. We're going to read from a little book, Fairy Tales. Yay. There we go. Lemon ginger. Well done, Stephanie Vaughn. My tea is called Breathe Deep. Relaxing, breathe deep. There you go. Primary feathers. And Alan wants to play the triangle. Yeah. Who's going to play the bazooka? Someone has to play the mouth harp, and someone has to play spoons. Someone has to play washboard. There you go. Tea time with TL. Oh my gosh. It sounds like a daily show. What kind of cookies did you make today, TL? Oh, very interesting. Raspberry shortbread. Oh, what kind of cookies did you make today, TL? Oh, butter pecan. Well, why don't you show us the recipe? We could do that. Patricia's got specialty. It's because you're specialty. It's because you're special. Scones, of course, scones. Scones with, oh, like they do in England. When they have scones for tea, they have a heavy-duty British tea with scones and clotted cream and strawberry jelly. Strawberry preserve. That's what they say in England. Strawberry preserve. Because they're very classy. Oh, Tina, bring out the Shiraz. Pass it around. People, please. Please pass the Shiraz. Uh-oh, somebody's in pain. Somebody's in pain. Uh-oh. I knew it. I knew the show was going much too well. I knew things were going well, way too good. BSU is in pain. 1960. Oh dear, that's a problem. That's not good. We'll probably have to do a little tiny group healing thing. Cha Edwin. Hey. Hey, Cha. Good evening, Cha Edwin. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Lemon curd. Whoa. Coconut tequila. Oh, wow. That is fancy. Aha. All right. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah. BSU is at work. This is work. This is her day job, is watching Terra Lumination Sunday Night Live. Oh, Happy Go Lucky needs a healing circle for a sty in her eye. Look at that. Well, I don't know if we can cover everybody. What we could do is a little healing circle vocation letter later, and then whatever ails you, you can kind of put that in the pot. Maybe we can put a little, maybe we'll put some post-its in the pot, and we'll all send the healing power of love your way. We'll do that later. Let's get to the reading first, okay? So you know the drill. Chat amongst yourselves, people. By the way, I'm going to let you know I'm probably only going to do a few readings tonight because I'm wiped out from all the reports. And we've got another week of readings to come. So give me a break, please. Okay. Exactly, Elizabeth Mouzakis. Hold on, wait a minute. I didn't get your name earlier. Damn, I keep missing people. What is wrong? I know I didn't get you earlier. I know I didn't. I know there's Elizabeth, but that's Elizabeth Oliver with an S. You're Elizabeth Mouzakis. Elizabeth M. Okay, I got you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What's that? Pineapple marinated in Fireball whiskey? That's wicked. That is wicked. Yeah, we need a tribal healing tonight for sure. I can see it coming on. There's no way out of it, people. We're just going to have to do it. That's so good. Grilled pineapple, marinated whiskey pineapple. Oh my God. It probably bursts in flames with all that Fireball whiskey. You probably just touch it and it just explodes into flames. Wait a minute, Fritali's here. Fritali, I didn't get you earlier. Good evening, Fritali. There you go. I got you. Gotcha. Life in the country. I can't do those kind of things here. I can't open up big fires and put flames into the sky where I live. In fact, the fire department came to my building and they told me to remove all my plants. So I have had a very tragic week because I had a large collection of plants that I keep on my balcony. But because I kind of had this sort of fake heart attack last year and all the fire department had to come in the building, they found it very difficult to come in because quite a lot of my plants are very large cacti and they're quite dangerous. And I think the fire department reported me and they reported my building and then they sent an inspector around and they told me that I have to get rid of all the plants by law. By law. Not just, it's like you do not want to mess with the fire department. They save your lives. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, there we go. All right, here we go, people. Hang on, hold on to your hats. I'm going to go into a weird trance now. Smoke is going to start coming out of my hands, and my voice will sound like I breathe helium, and mysterious vibrations will start to resonate through the camera, through the internet cables, and into your eyes and into your ears. And then that's what will be called your tarot reading for the evening. Okay? Now, cards are well shuffled in advance. No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals. I'm just going to use that lovely heart spread that I use pretty much for everything. It's like ketchup. I put this spread on everything. I don't really eat ketchup, but I do eat mayonnaise. I'm one of those people. I'll take a whole spoon of mayonnaise, fresh, good quality mayonnaise, and I'll just goop the whole thing. I eat it raw. So there, I just admitted something obscene and very personal. I dare anyone else to do that. I dare you to eat a big raw spoonful of mayonnaise. Now it looks like we got open free confession time here tonight. Here we go. This is it. You guys are nuts. You guys in the chat, you're absolutely out of your freaking boxes. You know why I do this show, people? It's because you guys are entertaining me. I'm not the one who's entertaining you. This is tarotainment. This is tarot illumination tarotainment. But it's really that you guys are entertaining me. And I sit here all week long and I watch the action replays of you guys. Ha 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 ha. Especially ever since they started recording the chats and I can rewatch them. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. All right, here we go. Cards are shuffled. Angels are in the room, people. Bring your angels in. Gather around the campfire. Here we go. Woo! 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 Let's do it in the middle. Did you see all the magic sparks? Did you see the sparks flying? Okay, here we go. Here we go. I feel a bit silly. I feel actually quite silly. And I don't take any forms of self-medication. The only self-medication I have that I would call a self-medication is my little glass of wine. And we're going to do that later. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Let's be very, very serious now. This is a very serious channel, and we do things properly here, okay? All right. Are you with me? Okay, good. Here we go. This is the deep soul energy heart of us, okay? This is the heart of us right now. The heart of us knows what we need, knows what we want. And it's asking us to please deliver, pay attention, listen to the heart of us at the very core, and then serve the heart what it needs. The heart works very hard all day, every day to pump the nutrients that we need in order to stay alive. And all the heart is asking, please give me the nutrients that I need. Love me. Love thyself. Okay? What are we bringing in with us for legacy energy here? This could be all our collective goop from the last few months, whatever it might be. Maybe it's just culminating at the full moon here, and it's nice. I would like to say this is a really super luxury, luscious full moon. And I feel like kind of gloating right now because I think it's a lovely moon. I know some of you have got problems, but in general, the moon is very supportive. The full moon is very supportive right now because we have the monster energies of Pluto and Saturn and Mars supporting the Taurus and supporting the Scorpio. So there we go. Now, what about the ever-present now? This is us here in the moment. This is where we're grounded, present, conscious, and here. We're not dwelling on the past. We're not worrying about our problems, our love lives, our loved ones, our homes, our families, our debts, our earnings, our karma, our expectations, our dharma, none of that. We're just here right now. What does that look like? This is where we own our power, people. And we own our power by understanding that we have the right and the privilege and the duty to make decisions. And what is the key decision? To love thyself. What decision are you going to make to love yourself, to love thyself? And how are you going to do that effectively so that it works? Okay? How? How? Let's see what this looks like. And then over here would be the energy of consequence. Let's just say we're doing a pretty good job. And this is what we create for ourselves. This is what we are creating for ourselves through the healing power of our decisions, okay? Now, what happens if we slack off when we've had a really rough day or a really rough week, and no matter how hard we're trying, we end up messing up? What does that look like? On the other hand, what does it look like when we're doing a really good job and we're in the zone, we're in tune, and we are like flowing with the universe, integrating and healing as we go along? What does that look like? And what does that look like in terms of momentum to get us into the next beat? Because we have to keep going. It never, never stops until it stops. Okay? And circumstantial energy. Now remember, I'm going to read this from the perspective of Tarot Illumination for the whole love tribe, on the understanding that the theme here is the healing power of love. Are we optimizing the healing power of love, bringing it into our lives from up above, and then bringing it to the center of ourselves, and then radiating that outwards through our hearts to everyone else? Now, at the moment, this is like a little private, thing. Like it's almost like a séance, or a spiritual gathering between us. But the energy has implications outside of us, outside of the show. So please allow for that. When you are deeply loving of the self, you can radiate that love outwards to your loved ones. They might not know what's happening, but they feel it, they know it, and then that permeates into their world, and that gives them a chance to ascend, to bring in more love to their world, and it grows. It's like a vine, just like Abby said. Okay? So right now, look at this. It's beautiful. To me, this is a very, very beautiful indication that we are guided, we are protected, we are guided, we are protected. Okay? It's like divine guidance, like, and we're playing to that. It's almost like we're deliberately playing into it, knowing this. It's like surfers who are really, really good at what they do, and they know that the scary looking waves are just scary looking waves. And what they do is they line themselves up because they already know that when you do it right, the wave works for you, okay? And you don't get crushed by it. And I have a feeling at the group level, we know this. We understand the healing power of love. We understand that it's like a positive feedback loop. The more you love yourself, the more you nurture the self-love, the more it grows into itself, and it's almost like becomes its own form of guiding light. Okay, that's what I feel here circumstantially. What about the heart, the core of us? Okay, wow. I think this is really specific to Terra Illumination Love Tribe. That's what I think. I think this is kind of an acceptance that this is real. It isn't a joke. This is not a joke, people. This is actually for real. This is the conscious, deliberate decisions for each one of us here, deliberately choosing to be here tonight. Quite a lot of you guys come here specifically and deliberately, by choice, in all your strength and in all your flaws, in all your glory and all your weakness, stripped down naked, just like we do on radio, and also in your full splendor and glory with everything you could possibly need. And there's no shame in any of it. It's a beautiful thing. And we know that we are blessed. It's like literally the sun is shining down upon us, and the heart knows that, and the heart feels that, and the heart wants more of that. To me, it feels like a loud message that the heart wants more love tribe energy, not just for us guys here tonight, but for the whole freaking planet. That's what I feel the message is here tonight. I think that this is literally just a little tiny, you know, like if you looked in the Hubble telescope into deep outer space, you would see this little twinkling star, and it would be this kind of energy. It would be this energy where, after hundreds or thousands of years of looking, people finally realize, my gosh, this stuff is real. This actually exists. The healing power of love is actually a phenomenon. It is a measurable current that you can literally draw into your life and propagate through your world. What are we bringing in with us? Okay. Well, obviously it's party time tonight. It's you guys were already prepared. A lot of you have already brought your beverages, your chocolate syrup, and your grilled pineapple and your Fireball whiskeys. I've got my beverages, my cranberry and my fermented grape juice, and it's just perfect. And we're just sharing and sharing and happy, 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 happy. That's where I am a member. I am an official member of the Terra Illumination Love Tribe, just like you guys are. I belong to the same tribe. It's a beautiful thing. I'm actually very proud to belong to that tribe. It's like it's a badge of honor, and I like to share that with you. The more I fill your cup, the more you fill my cup. The more you fill my cup, the more I fill your cup. It's a beautiful thing. It's a self-fulfilling thing. What about the ever-present now? What are we doing right now? How are things going right now? God, it doesn't stop, people. It doesn't stop. Again, this is a loud amplification to me of the deliberate intent to walk away from what does not work in our lives. Being really like brutally honest, like who wants to go to war all day, every day? Who wants to be sucked up in drama and pain and suffering just because so many people live that way by default? You don't have to. You can deliberately choose to walk away from the battlefronts and deliberately make love your number one priority. Bringing love back home to you is the number one priority. If it means you have to distance yourself, let's say us, if it means we have to distance ourselves from people, places, locations, ideas, concepts, institutions, brainwashing, conditioning from childhood, uh, jobs, leaders, whatever it is that is undermining and destroying the love in our lives, then that's what we have to do. It's like we have an obligation, like we're rebel freedom fighters for the healing power of love. There we go. It might be hard to stay in that zone all the time, you know. This looks to me like a reading that is setting extremely high standards for itself, and I don't know where it's going to go, but let's keep going. So how do we do this? I mean, this puts us in the place about making our decisions from the point of love. Uh, I'm not talking about gooey romantic love here. I'm talking about love in the most fundamental form, in that love is as love does. Like it is an energy field that can be brought into your life and propagated through all facets of your life: work, play, love, romance, uh, chores, responsibilities, health, healthcare, healing, uh, your home, your your community, your spirituality, your career, all of it. It can be infused with the healing power of love. Okay, so to me, this is again very, very simple. How do we make these decisions to make this happen? We make we give ourselves full permission as and when necessary, no apologies, to use the healing power of no, the healing power of FU, if we absolutely have to. In other words, please do not even come near us. We're making conscious, deliberate decisions to deliberately block anything and everyone and everything that is not healthy and loving for us, and inviting anything that is good. Whatever is ours comes to us. Whatever is not ours moves away. Please, please, heaven and angels, bring to us what is ours in the context of love and healing. Please remove anything and everything that is not ours in the context of love and healing. Thank you very much. That's what I'm seeing here with this card. And it's very, very neutral. The Queen of Swords does not apologize for using the healing power of no as and when necessary. She's totally, totally authorized to do this, and there's no shame, no apologies, no guilt. Okay? In our decision making, we have to be clear that at times, perhaps frequently, we have to be prepared to use the healing power of no. So how do we do that consistently without caving in? Okay? Wow. Well, with the Ace of Swords here, my feeling is that we accept and understand that new standards are being presented to us that we can have a chance to incorporate into our lives in this kind of group setting here, where it's literally like raising the standards, going to next level of what I would call love and healing. Basically, taking the little simple concepts that I have about the healing power of love, but taking it to the next level, where you see it as an opportunity. You see anything and everything around you as an opportunity to invoke love into your life. In other words, if you're having a challenging situation at work, aha, that's an opportunity to bring the healing power of love into your life, into the work situation. Are you having a challenging moment with a child? Are you having a challenging moment with one of the in-laws? Are you having a challenging moment with your health? Those are all golden, amazing, sacred opportunities from heaven for us to literally invoke the healing power of love, bring it in, and identifying anything and everything that's not appropriate, and then eliminating that, banishing this, blessing it on its way, and only making room to nurture the love. Okay? This would not be here unless we earn this. It has to be understood. This is the how. How do we do this? We in these sometimes it's extremely hard to use the healing power of no. But when you sense that challenge, please see that as an opportunity. It might just happen in little ways at first, but this is an opportunity how to come into our power by using the healing power of no if we have to and whenever we have to. and not dumbing ourselves down to accommodate other people's or other locations or other situations that are actually truthfully not that are truthfully toxic for us. So we have to remember that the challenges are opportunities. Okay, that's how I look at it. Yes, deliberately cut them off, deliberately slice them out, slice them, who, whatever it is. Next, this, if you look at this as a formula and a plan, and it's deliberate and it is chosen, we get consequences. To me, what this indicates here, it brings each and every one of us as individuals into the context of a group situation where we can share and enjoy our individual journeys in the context of a group, knowing that each and every one is a completely standalone, unique being with our own right and reasons to be exactly who we are and how we are, with our own sense of wisdom, consciousness, and awareness, and our own, like, yeah, we can talk about this on the group level, but the reality is each of us is a highly individuated, unique being with our own sense of guidance and pathway. So there are certain universal truths about love and healing that apply to all of us. But when we actually do this, we have to activate it on the individual level. Each one of you, each one of us has to activate the healing power of love in your own private, unique way that works for you. You don't have to, like, there's no laws here with Terra Illumination. Maybe you like to do yoga, or maybe you like to do your juicing, or maybe you like your chocolate therapy, or maybe you love to, you know, load up on grilled cheese sandwiches and then cut them up and share them with your friends. Whatever it is you do that brings the joy and love into your life, and that's your unique way of creating, like, opening the space for what I would call the inspiration to come back to you. So you literally become more and more and more of your own guiding light, so that this energy here, as circumstantial energy, starts to infuse your physical body as individual energy. So in other words, you're not always having to be dependent on external GPS systems, external spiritual guidance, Terra Illumination, feedback, and things like that. You can actually become your own guru, your own master from the inside. Even though it can feel very solitary, you still got the group to hang on to, because we're all dealing with the same thing. Okay, so what happens if we mess up? What happens if you say yes when truthfully in your heart you wanted to say no? What happens if you say yes when you know deep down that was the most unloving thing you could do for yourself? You lose your self-respect, you lose your majesty, you lose your dignity, you lose your mastery over the emotional control that need to be maintained in order to keep the love flowing. Now, what happens when you do a good job? When, I'm not saying using the healing power of no is the ultimate law to happiness here. All I'm suggesting is that in this particular reading for tonight, for this show, the theme of the reading is the healing power of no when we're making our decisions. So when you are active, conscious in the present moment, deliberately walking away from what does not serve you, what is conflicting to you, and enjoying the moment, enjoying the group, and deliberately cutting out anything and everything that does not work. How does that work for you when you do it properly? Well, of course, it's the same thing, but this is the mastery. You bring yourself into mastery. It's like investing in yourself to the point where you you enhance. It's like you enhance your credentials. Put it that way. You enhance your credentials at being a master of loving oneself, and to the point where you can be uh, living by example. So if, like, you know, if Liz Wolf can do this, then someone else can do it. If Queen of Water can do it, they can do it. If Laura Ellen Smith can do this, anyone can do this. If Lena can do this, if Primary can do this, and then we can do this. Okay. So, and I've had a lot of people writing in for things, and I've had private readings where I've had to really emphasize the healing power of no. Okay. Because to my feeling is that it's important. It's like an important tool. And a lot of us are programmed to always say yes, always accommodate. If there's some kind of dominant force, power, or whatever out there, and we're supposed to submit. It doesn't have to be that way. Uranus is moving into Taurus now, and it's going to be radical shifts and changes in terms of values. What do you really, really value? Are you into your cars, your mortgages, your stresses, your headaches, your challenges, your career? Or are you into love? What is it that you really value? What are the most valuable things to you? Your loved ones, the love that you share with them, the love that they share with you, or your watch, or your making sure you have the coolest car, whatever. I don't know. All I'm suggesting here is that we're tonight we're becoming fully aware of what really, really counts. And what really, really counts is the love, the loving relationships, and how the heart wants that. The heart craves and needs love as like raw material, just like cars need gasoline or diesel or electric. The heart needs love. The heart needs to love and to be loved. It's fundamental to our being. We can't exist as human beings for any significant time and thrive without being loving and being loved. Let's have a look here. Consequently, the momentum. Okay, so my feeling here is what's gonna happen is that, like in a step process here. Have a look. Here's the Nine of Swords. Okay, let's not be scared, people. Don't be scared. All right. So if you see this as a formula, when you make deliberate choices to exercise the healing power of no as and when appropriate, not just because you want to rant and rage and fume and vent your anger, but literally because you've had very deliberate, thoughtful decisions about what is best for you, what's most loving for you, and you do it properly, you stay in the zone. What happens is, my feeling is that whatever it is that was ailing you becomes exposed. And in that context, when you reveal it, you have the chance to heal it. That's always, it doesn't matter where Chiron is at any time. The whole thing about healing is that you have to reveal it to heal it. We've been having the whole Pisces and Chiron for a long time. And simultaneously with Uranus moving into Taurus, we've got Chiron moving into Aries. To me, that's a very, very loud message that it is time to heal ourselves. Okay? The wounded healer. Aries is very much about the self. I think it's a big time right now for the planet, everyone, each one of us as individuals, to understand that we can do the group healing thing, but ultimately it's about healing ourselves from within, learning about that, becoming masters at that, revealing everything and anything that needs healing, and then we can pick them off, like with like group healing things, like, you can pick off one item. Like, who was it tonight earlier? They had a sty in their eye. I'm not saying I can fix that overnight, but I know there's a couple of Reiki healers tonight here who could probably help you, get some relief from the sty. Or if there's heart damage, if there's soul damage, if there's financial damage, if there's psychological, emotional stress, like of chaos from childhood that's still contaminating you as an adult, if it's stress about money, stress about kids, whatever it is, it can all be exposed for this, to bring the love back in and literally saying no, no. In other words, because I do a lot of stuff with my hands. Do you see the hands in her arms, the head in her hands here? All I'm suggesting is that this is an actual act of self-healing. I don't know if you guys do this. I do all sorts of self-healing practices, and one of them is that I do a certain types of treatment on my own eyes and my third eye. And that's like what this is. They're actually trying to heal themselves from all the stress. So that's what I feel is kind of going on here. We can actually do this to ourselves. I can bring love and healing to you guys. I literally do everything I can to project love and healing through the camera, through the cables and the internet to you guys. And you can do that. We can do that to ourselves and with each other in a group setting. And that's all what I'm saying here. And it works for the individual. We can do this as a group setting for the individual. literally like the campfire, you know, if we wanted to, if we were really super hyper organized, we could create a group healing session and target one specific sword here, one specific issue, and then just like annihilate it, wipe it out with the healing power of love. Literally, if you imagine it as magic invisible rays that come out of your hands, that come out of your heart, it comes out of your heart chakra, and you can project the healing towards where the healing is needed. Okay? That's kind of what we do here at Tarot Illumination. A lot of people call that Reiki or distance healing and things. Well, there's lots of fancy names for it. And there are a bunch of really advanced healers that come to this channel. My feeling is that what it is, it's literally about moving the healing power of love through our bodies, through our hands, and outwards. Okay? So to me, this is a very beautiful reading. And this is all about us helping each other to be our own most unique selves, and literally one at a time, picking off anything and everything that's not working, using the healing power of no to any one of these, and bringing in the love. Okay? I see this is very supportive and very healing. All right, let's leave it at that. I'm going to leave the image here for your enjoyment. And I'm going to take a little break now, catch my breath, ease my throat because I'm suffering a little bit. And then we'll come back in a moment. Hey, Jake from States here. All right, here we go. Give me a moment, people. Everybody dance. Everybody dance. Everybody dance. Everybody dance. I saw some new names. Hold on. Cece. Nina Broder. Diana Lynn. Did I get Diana Lynn? Okay, let's have a look, people. Here we go. All right. Enough of that silly music. Crazy people dancing. Wild, insane, crazy stuff dancing. Who do you think you are? Let's have a look. Now, tonight, I wanted to do something really weird and different because I've been feeling very challenged lately, and I wanted to cheer myself up. And I thought, what's the most Leo way that I could cheer myself up? I was thinking about that North Node stuff, you know? I was thinking about this thing here. There's a tremendous pressure on all of us to be our shiny, most show-off, amazing, glorious selves. No apologies. In other words, like if you had to do a big show and tell in a big classroom and it's your turn, what are you going to do? You have to come up on center stage and do something. So I thought I'd give you a little art exhibition, okay? Some little pictures. And then after this, we'll do a few private readings, okay? A few little tiny public readings. I don't think I can do many tonight because I'm absolutely exhausted on readings. I'm sorry. I probably will only be able to make these three readings. I'm just letting you know, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so stay there. Stay there, stay there. First off, I wanted to show you something. I wanted to show you that I take this stuff very, very seriously here at Lumination. As you know, I take it very, very seriously. And I was making a little chart to, appraise myself of what's happening here on May 15th, 2018, the 7-year cycle for Uranus moving into Taurus. So I started making a little doodle. And if you want to get deep into it, go talk to Gerardo, okay? He's here tonight somewhere. So if anybody wants to get into the heavy duty astrology, Gerardo is your go-to, okay? But I like to make charts, and so I was just putting this out there to appraise myself, and I was noticing with the Taurus big shift happening here in May 15th, a massive shift into the Taurus energy, where Uranus moves into Taurus, and we have Mercury, Sun, and Moon. It's a mind-boggling pile of energy. It's like a gateway into a new world for all of us, and it's in some ways potentially very challenging. What are our new values going to be? What's the banking system going to be like? What's the world of money going to be like? What are your true gifts? What are your true values? What is it that you really, really, truly value? What is it that people truly value in you? What is it you truly value in others? And that's going to be heavily supported by all the Earth energy over here in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, Saturn in Capricorn. And even at this time, we still have Mars in Capricorn. So this is very, very powerful, juicy, solid reality check Earth energy here. And I feel that this is very good for planet Earth. Doesn't matter whether you're conflicted. Maybe you're an Aries or a Libra or a Cancer. It doesn't matter. This is still really good energy. Maybe you're let's say a Taurus. Maybe you're like an Aquarius or a Leo or a Scorpio, and this could be very challenging. Yeah, in theory. I just think it's really juicy and succulent because there's so much good earth energy here. And this breaks my heart. I just wanted to show you this. Gerardo, you will understand if you're still here. Um, I was going to make a whole pile of really, really important videos and special, like high value stuff because of the Saturn and Capricorn journey. We've really only just started and we've got another 2.5 years to go. And I made all these charts, but I just haven't got the time and the energy to use them. I started off here, look. So it goes like this for Tauruses, for Aries, for Gemini, for Cancer, for Leos. I did all of this for Virgos, for Libras, for Scorpios, for Sagittarians, for all the Capricorns, the Aquarians, the Pisces. And where's the Aries? Wait a minute, I must have missed. Oh, there's the Aries. I've got these mixed up. You see, I made this. I was going to do these really kind of in-depth videos, and I realized I can't handle it. I just can't handle it. It's too much for me. We're going to have to figure it out and deal with it all of ourselves, and I don't have the time. And it takes a lot of time and work to do these, and I can't justify it on the channel. The channel just doesn't generate enough revenue to do this kind of stuff, so I have to put it aside. And I wanted to do one of these things for Uranus and Taurus for everybody, but I'm going to put it aside. I've given up. I'm just telling you now, I'm giving up, and I'm just going to stick to the tarot. I'm just going to stick to little old tarot illumination like we do already. Okay, so it'll just be like a little tiny boutique thing here that we do. Okay, now I'm going to show you do the little art show that I wanted to show everybody. Okay, are you ready? So please imagine that you're wearing your evening gowns, your evening dress, and this is a very, very sophisticated art gallery. Okay, all the gentlemen here tonight, you're all wearing your best tuxedo and bow tie. And all the ladies, you're wearing your most glamorous, seductive cocktail dresses, and you're all sipping the most exotic champagne you can imagine. Okay, here we go. First up. This is a very simple black and white photograph painting of a night on the beach. And I don't know enough about photography to tell you the details, but I wanted to show you this picture. This is the Santa Monica Bay in California. And this picture looks kind of old and everything. And this picture was taken actually very late at night. Oh, look, you can see you can see, can you see me there? Hello, everybody. So I'm not going to do that. I don't want you to. So it looks kind of like this. Now, I just did this kind of as a trick. I didn't know I was doing it as a trick. But it came out of the picture very, very well. It was almost pitch dark at night when I took this picture. And I was messing around with this very, very old camera, just twiddling all the dials until it looked really cool and amazing. And I took the shot. And that's the shot. It's very magical when you see it in close up. It's an amazing thing. It's just fantastic. So I wanted you to enjoy. This is the first thing I'm going to show you for the evening. And so there you go. I'm going to show you another painting now. Again, remember, this is a highly, highly exclusive, highly sophisticated event that we're having here. It's only open and available to us here tonight live. Now, if you want to watch the action replay, that's okay, but that's not as cool as actually being here live tonight. So there you go. This is actually very light yellow sand in the day. This is sometimes very big surf waves here. And over here, this is Malibu. This is Malibu. Hey, I see you people. I see what you're doing. Thank you. I'm going to show you some more paintings. Here we go. Watch. This is a painting that I found deep in the mountains. It's a painting. I took this. I was going on a road trip, kind of on a little solitary road trip deep in the mountains. and I stumbled on this bizarre, ancient, dilapidated vehicle, and I took a picture. Oh gosh, that's the glare of the lights here. It's a bit weird. So let's see if I can do that. How does that look? Is that better for you? Yeah. Can you see that? This car was very, very ancient. It's very, very beautiful. And I took that photograph, and it looks ancient. It's very antique. And this vehicle has another vehicle sitting right next to it. But I took them together because I looked at them and it looked like a very, very old husband and wife, on a farm. And here it is. So this is the other picture that I made to go with it. You see, this looks like the grumpy old man, and the other one looks like the grumpy old lady. But they still love each other very, very, very dearly. Okay? There you go. So I wanted to share that with you. Look at those spiked tires. They can go anywhere and do anything. Obviously, they do it very slowly. Next. I've had a lot of accidents in my life and been killed plenty of times, and there are many days where I feel like I'm just a piece of roadkill. And so I was looking down at the street and I thought, I'm going to make a piece of painting that looks like roadkill. So this is my piece of painting that looks like a piece of roadkill. Here in live in person, these blobs are supposed to look like blood. This is blood and blood and blood and blood. And this is like scar tissue and bits of broken, chunky bits of bone and stuff. And this is all the dirt and the gravel. Okay? There you go. You saw a cell phone in there? There's no cell phone in there. Silly. And this was another painting I made about a car crash that I had. And that's all the glass that was splattered everywhere. And there's more blood. And there's more dirt. And there's more gravel. It was a real, real mess, as you can see. Yeah, it was a real mess. It looks really good in daylight. There you go. All right, next. So, okay, everybody, if you're scared, if you're squeamish, if you're shy, close your eyes and just open just one sliver of a finger at a time, because there's a naked woman in this painting. All right, I'm just warning you. There's a naked woman. Here she is. This is a painting of a yoga girl that I knew. Okay, she is a really nice girl, and she just liked to do yoga in a very simple way. I know it looks kind of weird, but there she is, and there she used to have a little cat with her. Okay, and that's her doing the yoga in her yoga room. There we go. So there you go. I know a lot of you probably do your own freaky weird yoga on the side that you can't describe and you would never dare tell anybody, but it's okay. Everybody looks kind of weird when they do yoga. Okay, there you go. Next. I have another painting I made, and she has clothes on. And here's another yoga girl. I made this painting of a yoga girl. She's really, really nice, and we were good friends. And we would have coffee together, and it was lots of fun hanging out. And this is like her. This is a picture of her doing her yoga. There you go. So that's what yoga girls look like when they're painted by Lumination. Okay, so there you go. And this is gold. This is all gold here. Okay, there you go. So there we go. Let's have a look. Next, I have a painting for you. This is a little painting of what it looks like outside my little house on a summer evening. Okay, I just open the door, I walk out into the street, and this is what I see. I know it's kind of weird, but that's what I see. Yeah, it is kind of like that, but this is actually made from paint. I actually had to paint this. I really enjoyed painting it. All right, there you go. It's really, really nice. I have lots of really big paintings, but I can't show you them on this channel, obviously. They're too big. They're too big to put in here. Oh, it's got smudges, finger marks. Anyway, there you go. Next, I have some paintings of my neighborhood. This is what it's like here with near Terra Lumination. You probably figured out because I put a little commercial up there that I live near Venice Beach in California. And this is what it looks like here. Can you see that? This is what it looks like near where I live. It's a very crazy place. You see, there's an airplane with a big thing hanging off of it that says Venice Beach. Can you see that one over there? Okay. And there's some people surfing over there. And there's a palm tree. There's the sunlight. And there's some very fat, crazy people on one of those tandem bicycles. Okay. And there is somebody else on one of those weird bicycles that are very, very low to the ground with 3 wheels. And there is a couple, a beautiful girl sunbathing, and there's a guy from Muscle Beach trying to make himself even stronger and more muscle bound. And here is a girl on her rollerblades. Okay, there you go. There she is. She's on her rollerblades. And there's a picture of Terra Lumination. See, that's Terra Lumination playing to the people in the world. All the people in the world. There we go. There you go. Now here is another one at the beach, but I painted this one when I was standing way out in the water, and I had to take a snapshot with my brain and then go home very, very quickly and make the painting before I forgot. So it looks like this. This is what it looks like. See, there's the jogger girl jogging right along the beach, right up there with the water. And there's the family, and there's his little baby boy with all his toys and everything. And there's the surfer dude who's going to try and impress the cute girl. So there you go. I wish you could see them in real life. They're much better in real life. So there you go. And those are the course of the houses and stuff in the bay. Now the reality of this beach is very big. It takes about at least 10 minutes to walk from here to here. If you go from here to here, because it's a huge beach. So there you go. And I have another one. And I have another little painting to show you. This is what it looks like on the beach when you're facing south. You're looking south. There's the boardwalk. Can you see the boardwalk? This is the boardwalk. And there's a girl on her bicycle on the boardwalk. And these are trash cans. All of these things are trash cans. And these little blobs, those are people. And these little blobs, these are ocean tankers coming in from China. And these are hippies. These are hippies, drinking. And hippie dudes here. And here's a homeless person on the beach sitting on the bench. There you go. I'll see if I can get them closer so you can see everybody. Okay? You see that? You see them? And there's the girl on the bicycle. There you go. There you go. So there you go. Let's have a look at that. Oh, I have 2 more. I have 2 more to show you. This one is beautiful. This is a little bit strange. It's not your typical painting. This is painting with fabric. I'm doing all this stuff to just, add a bit of light entertainment in the middle of the show so we don't have to get so serious all the time with tarot. You see this? This is all made out of wool. Can you believe that? This is made out of wool. It's freaky. It's absolutely freaky. My sister made this painting for me. She wanted to show me a painting of the place where she met her boyfriend, and they fell in love and they got married. And this is up in the islands in the very north of Scotland, in a little tiny island, and they stayed in this little cottage. And this is part of a big loch, and this is fog, and this is the hills, and these are the fogs and the trees and the bushes and the heather up in Scotland. Okay. Yes, that's what it is. There's the house. That's it. This is mountains and very, very cold. It's even in summertime, it can get very chilly, but it's very, very beautiful up there. And that's what it looks like. Yeah. And lastly, here's kind of a goopy painting of some with some acrylics of Lumination and his sweetheart. There you go. Lumination and sweetheart. There's Lumination, there's sweetheart. I don't know if you can see it very easily. It's kind of a weird painting. I like it. I felt very, very happy when I made it. And I like it. And I'm very proud of this. This is probably my favorite piece of all. You'd have to be very close to see it properly. But anyway, there you go. It is basically, so, you figured it out. Night on the sun. Da, 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 da. You figured it out. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. It is kind of like a Two of Cups, I got to admit. But it's just me and my sweetheart. Okay? Like betrothing ourselves to each other. There we go. Yeah, let me put it like this. What happens if I put it like this? Can you see that better now? How does that look? I have multiple different styles. I try all sorts of things. I'm not very consistent. I just do whatever comes into my brain, and I use like, cheap materials because I don't really. It's very hard to buy the expensive materials to do all the really expensive stuff, and I can't really justify it. Okay. Yeah, it does look Egyptian. Yeah, very cool. All right, there we go. So that's my little art show. Okay, everybody, you can go back to the changing rooms now and get back into your pajamas and your sweats and slippers and underwear and whatever it is you wear for these ridiculous, bizarre events. All right, let's do something really serious now and very, very important. The most important thing right now is for Illumination to have a beverage. Okay, then we're going to come back and we're going to do some readings. Here we go. All right. You know what? Actually, let's have a quick little dance. I think we need to have a quick little dance before we get into the readings, because I need to pay a visit to a certain room. I saw all the donations, but I can't remember who it was, but I do thank you so much. I really, 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 really appreciate it. So I'm going to put on a song, and it's for the ladies in the room tonight. And what I'm suggesting is that you can. Hold on, I'm going to start again. Everybody grab a partner. Grab your partner by the hand. Doesn't matter whether you're a boy or a girl. Doesn't matter at all.
It was one of those days where everything goes wrong. My hair fell out, my heel broke off. I slept through my alarm. I missed the bus tonight. School, my stalker walked me home. I sprayed his face with mace and then he left me all alone. Tonight, I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. A lot of my relationships, they end up in the ditch. So I'm getting counseling for being another bitch. The doctors really gave me the very trip I'm false. So if you are the man you say you are, you let me close the phone. Tonight, I'm gonna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. tattoos on my ass, and I knew my arms could get me into trouble, leaving me rejected. Then again, pretending I'm so beautifully altered is no guarantee that I will be accepted. Tonight, I wanna dance my stress away until the break of daylight. Feeling I wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you. We're gonna dance the stress away until the break of daylight. You may not wanna dance with me, but I wanna dance with you.
Well, well. There we go. I was trying to give you my best moves. I think you figured that out. There we go. All right. Let's get into it. Oops, sorry. It's starting all over again. I can't control. Okay, here we go. All right, let's get back. Let's get really important here. I'm going to try and get this really rolling quickly, and I'll do the best I can. I'm overextended as it is, but we're just going to go for it. I'm kind of overbooked, frankly, to be realistic here. Whew. I heard the call of desperation. I'm sorry about that. So somewhere in time tarot, we're going to do this really fast, okay, people? Because I don't have the ability to do extended readings right now. So hang in. I know I'd love to give at least 20 readings tonight. If I could, I would give 20 readings. I just don't have it in me. I mean, you could put all the money you want in the pot. I just wouldn't be able to do it. I just don't have it in me. Okay? It's just been nonstop here. And, you know, I can only handle so much. It's just tarot illumination here. All right? Somewhere in time tarot. Here you go. This is just a gift from a tarot to a tarot. All right, here we go. I really split it up in a weird way, okay? Hope you don't mind. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it, okay? Think of it as a group effort here. What's the weather like? Okay, you got the tower. So just get used to it somewhere in time tarot. It's perfectly understandable. With Uranus and Taurus, just think of it as earthquakes, okay? It's inevitable. Where and when and how that's going to happen in your life, who knows? You would know. If you're getting really shaken up at the very core, the foundations of your life, well, just please see that as a gift, see it as a challenge, and we'll go with it. Okay, what's the situation? Okay, maybe you've suffered a shocking deep loss very, very recently, or maybe the awareness of a deep loss of someone or something is really starting to affect you right now, and you're having challenges dealing with it. The thing is, with the Five of Cups here, if the situation right now involves grief and sorrow, it's really important to acknowledge that and let it flow, let it exist, let it come to the surface in your life, in your world. Allow yourself to feel the grief, allow yourself to grieve. It's very, very important to do that. It's not the end of the world. It's an experience. It's something that's happened. It will happen to all of us at some point in our lives. Every single one of us is going to go through this exact scenario where something very tragic, shocking, and completely disruptive comes into our lives and triggers the energy of grief. It's inevitable. So somewhere in time, if you're dealing with that, so be it. What's the challenge with all of this? Of course, it's a challenge, but what is the challenge? Maybe it's a significant relationship. Maybe you've lost somebody significant. Maybe there's I don't want to turn this into personal reading, like a love relationship reading that puts me in a very difficult position. I don't want to do that. It could be that, it's almost like what you would perceive your life to be might feel very, I don't know, demolished right now. And that could hurt. And maybe you're not feeling because maybe this is what you don't have. Maybe you're trying to figure out, what am I going to do now? If you think of this in terms of just uh, being presented with a very vivid scenario of what the bleep am I going to do now, in terms of where does love come into your life, where does love go through. In other words, with whom are you sharing this love or not sharing this love? Is this a divinely guided relationship dynamic? Or is there some profound, radical, life-changing decision that is in front of you right now, and it's extremely hard to handle, extremely hard to deal with, and you're wondering, do you even have any say in the matter? Are you suffering a death in the house, in the family somewhere, of a loved one? Are you dead to someone? Is someone officially dead to you now? And can you handle that? That's a big problem. So how do you handle that with something potentially this tragic, potentially this devastating? Oh, well, with the Two of Cups here, maybe this is a beautiful thing. Maybe something very tragic had to happen in order to open the door to something very beautiful. Wow. Somewhere in time, Tarot, I think you're going to have to. This is kind of a heavy duty reading for me. I'm kind of caught off guard here, frankly. I'm not sure. I don't know how I can help you with this. With the Two of Cups here, to me, it feels like it's very, very important that you look for the love in the situation. I don't know if you're just gaining someone or just losing someone, gaining something or just losing something, and it's tragic, and it's tragically beautiful or tragically painful. But my feeling is the way to handle it, if you're dealing with a very serious, challenging relationship issue, like a loss or a gain or something like that, and the energy of grief is present, please again see that this is an opportunity for the chance for love to flow. Maybe something very tragic had to happen in order. I mean, looking at things from, the way our lives unfold in terms of spiritual journeys, sometimes it's like these traumatic, chaotic moments in life that actually crack us open, that break open the ego, break open the heart, so that the healing power of love can actually flow for the very first time. Sometimes, we can live through big chunks of our life and everything exists in one way, and then something like out of the blue, shocking happens to us, and it breaks us down. It completely crushes us and breaks us. And yes, it might be uncomfortable, but it can also, from the spiritual perspective, that can be the thing that cracks open the heart to allow love, like true love, to flow, even if it means learning how to love yourself first and foremost, and maybe not necessarily making your love of self contingent upon someone else or having to have a specific relationship in that kind of way. If there's something very tragic going on with you here somewhere in time, and you need professional help, we'll do what we can here, but there's certain things I don't think Tarot Illumination can handle. I hope you're okay. If you need to talk about this more in private, we can do that. If you want to, you can come to tarotillumination.com and we'll sort something out, okay? All the best somewhere in time. The way to handle it is to see this as a very, very pure, almost like divinely ordained situation. That's all I'm saying. I know it might sound very perverse or contrary to what you might be experiencing, but my feeling is to please treat this as a gateway, as an opening to a higher level of understanding of love on the most pure and simple plane that is possible, okay? Sorry if I hurt your feelings or touched a nerve, but you did ask, okay? somewhere in time, if you need to vent, just vent here right now. Just get it out. Get the freaking grief out there. There's plenty of loving people here which will help you and give you an interpretation. All right? You can handle it. Sometimes you really, really need to let go. You're in a safe place here. You can have a complete, utter hissy fit breakdown here and you'll be fine. No one's going to laugh at you. No one's going to judge you. In fact, they'd probably be glad to help in some way if they could. Okay? Yeah, share AG. Maybe there's some very, very painful thing going on, having to decide between two people or something like that. Okay, just please make the best of it, all right, somewhere in time. Danny Salazar, yeah, you got this. Okay, cool. All right, so let's move on. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you had the courage to ask, even if it just means we opened the doorway to a wound that needs healing, that we need to basically get the grieving out there. It needs to happen. It needs to flow. Okay. Next, let's have a look. Who we've got? We got Trista. We've got Trista. Trista, are you still here? I hope so. Trista, what's going on? You're next. Sorry, I have to shuffle in real time, live, to clear the deck in front of you guys. I can't stop the recording and then start it again as far as I know. So we're just going for it, all right? Okay, Trista, here you go. Cards are shuffled, all right? And we're cutting it up. What's the situation? What's the challenge? How are we going to handle this? Let's have a look at the weather too. Circumstantially, Trista, you have the Lovers. What's going on, people? I think this is something to do with the full moon dynamic in terms of the polarity here. I can't not say this. I think what's happening with the Lovers card twice in a row in two readings is that we're dealing with this polarity here. The energy of significant relationships, and what does this actually mean in our lives? What is the value of this relationship to you? What is the value of this relationship to the significant other? How do they value you? How do you value them? Especially when you're sharing and merging so deeply. Shared resources, literally shared resources. Deep soul merger of resources. You with them with you. How is that working out for you? To me, it looks like this is the situation. Decisions about what are we going to do about very significant relationship dynamics here. Circumstantially, I'm not saying that this energy owns you or you have to control this. This is just an indication that like you're kind of in the vortex right here, right now, and it needs to be dealt with. It needs to be faced. Okay, Trista? What's the situation? Well, maybe you're bound. Maybe you're tied. Maybe you're hooked. Maybe you're addicted to, you know how people can be codependent. It's so easy to confuse love with codependency because people can really need each other to the point where it's unhealthy. In other words, there's a very, very fine line, and people have to understand that. Like in a really, truly loving relationship, both parties nurture each other to be the strongest and the most loving and deeply loved person that they can be for themselves and each other. But if it gets to a point where like both parties are crippling each other without knowing it, and they feed into each other's weaknesses, it can still feel like a very powerful bond that you would call a relationship, but you're playing more to the shadow side. In other words, like, you know how people deal with issues by getting like deeper and deeper sucked into the challenge, and instead of taking the challenge and dealing with the challenge of the challenge, they deal with it personally. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well. Anyway, it looks to me, Trista, that there's something big going on in terms of relationship dynamics here, in terms of the binding nature of relationship. What does it really mean? Are you really truly up for it? If the situation is very binding, suffocating, crippling, debilitating, and it's still a relationship, what does that mean? If it's a very deeply liberating relationship, what does that mean? Okay, are you in a situation where you are being nurtured and loved to be the full and most splendid version of you? And are you offering the reciprocal energy to a significant other? It's still a relationship, but it's very, very liberating. This is very, very binding, potentially very unhealthy, potentially very, very healthy. So maybe you're living through the energy of contrast right now, and you're seeing it vividly displayed in front of you in your physical life, a relationship dynamic where you're seeing the very worst aspects and the very best possible aspects simultaneously, and then figuring out what are you going to do with that? What does it all mean? And this had to happen for your awareness. What's the challenge here? Well, maybe you're longing, deeply longing for what could have or would have or should have been if only things had been right in the first place. And maybe you're stuck in a situation that's very binding and hard to undo, so it can leave you stuck in a knot, stuck in a dilemma where it's almost like a catch-22. Like you're damned if you do something, but you're damned if you don't. In other words, if you in a very binding situation, you try to get out, you could lose a lot. If you're in a very loving situation, but there's something wrong, and uh, like with them, and you try to get out, you could lose a lot. What's going on here? Maybe you're in a very binding, loving situation simultaneously. Maybe you love someone very, very deeply, but it's like being in love with someone who's very broken in some way. Like if you're in love with an alcoholic, or if there's an alcoholic who's in love with you, or if you're in love with an abuser, or an abuser's in love with you. And the love is there and you know it. And you kind of wish, like, if only it could be the real thing. So the challenge is, to my mind, it's focusing on the reality here. And it might be very hard to do right now, because maybe all that's happening right now is just the exposure of what's actually happening. And now it may be not the time to make decisions. It might be an idea to let the next 2 weeks go by and wait till the Taurus new moon and then see how you feel. It looks like right now the challenge is that you're very consumed with whatever is not working for you in the love life. And eventually, to get things back, uh, the challenge is to refocus onto the love and what does actually work, what's actually true. Again, we might have to go back to the original reading tonight, being willing to use the healing power of no, calling defined boundaries and saying enough is enough is enough. No, 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 not acceptable. But it can be very hard to do that, especially in a loving relationship or even in a challenging, like codependent relationship, because sometimes it's nice to feel that connection with someone, even if it is codependency. Also, with the Four of Cups, I always see the energy of attention flows where energy flows where attention goes. So if you're stuck in a situation where you can't get out of the dilemmas, the emotional dramas, and you're finding it very, very hard to focus on what really counts, that is a very serious problem, because then you just get stuck. You just get stuck in the binding, and this doesn't have a chance to operate. uh, So you're stuck. How do you deal with this? Okay, it might be an idea to go off on your own. That's what I'm feeling. It might be an idea to consider severing bonds with anything or anyone that is not healthy for you, exercising the healing power of no, and creating an independent self. You know, it might be very hard to do. Maybe you're not used to functioning that way. Maybe you're not used to thinking of yourself as an individual. A lot of people get so bound up in relationships, interfamily relationships, lovers and spouses and parents and children, friends and things like that, and they lose sight of themselves as the individual. My feeling here is that you might be very, very out of touch with yourself as an individual, because you've been in such uh, serious relationship dynamics where you could have really lost sight of the self. And maybe it's time to recover the self and get back to, I mean, like a self-evaluation. What really, really counts? What are your real gifts? What are your talents? What really, really works for you? What would work for you and what would not work for you? Anything and everything that does not work for you needs to go. And anything that works for you needs to be invested and nurtured and brought forward and enjoyed and declared openly and with no apologies. And then own that and be that. Be that independent self, be that independent person, and if necessary, walking away from codependency or people, relationship, and situations that are not healthy for you. Okay? I don't want to sound all mean or intrusive. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings, Trista. You can reinterpret this however you want. I'm just giving you the Tarot Illumination vibe, and everyone else here will have different interpretations too. So I hope you make the best of it, Trista. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, Trista. Yeah, Trista, where it says, I think I'm doing pretty well. That's good. That's good on you. Really, really, you should be proud of yourself. You know, seriously. Thanks, Trista. Let's have a look. Awesome. About time you had a reading, isn't it? Let's have a look, people. Actually, you know what? It's time. I've got 1, 2, 3. That's going to be it. 3 tonight. You know, I'm going to read for all sun, and then I'm going to have a little beverage. I'm going to have a beverage break. All right. By the way, Alson, have you ever tried any of your own therapy? Have you ever tried your, not a sound bath, but a chocolate bath? You know, people do that now, sound baths. Well, I was thinking, what about a liquid, warm liquid chocolate bath with sprinkles? All right, Michael, let's have a look here. Let's cut it way up. Whoa, that was a freaky moment there. Have a look. Let's have a look. What's going on? All right, here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. What's the weather like, people? What's the weather like? Piece of Wands. So this is an opportunity. I feel this is very much connected to the Taurus new moon on May 15th. I'm hoping that over the next couple of weeks, you're going to sort of like prep yourself, get in the vibe, get closer and closer to the point where you can like lock it in, lock in the groove and see the opportunity. It's like prepping now for like getting aligned with this massive Taurus new moon, Uranus in Taurus event coming up, because it's life-changing for all of us. So you might as well start getting lined up right now. It's literally like getting lined up to go through a funnel, and you want to be aligned properly so that when the opportunity comes, when the doors open, you're already ready to be, you're already prepped to be in the flow. You don't want to be like hanging onto the railings here, hoping that everybody goes past you and you don't have to go through this. There's no point. It's going to happen anyway. What's the situation? Okay, well, it's obvious you're going for it in your own way, some way, somehow. You're determined to make this work for you somehow. That's what I feel here. and carve out your own version of whatever it's going to be. The thing is about the Uranus energy, it's going to be totally unpredictable. It's going to be your own unique journey for you also, and that's just how it is. It's your truth. I feel this is very, very subjective. It's like right now, it's time for you to speak your truth, the way things are for you and how they should be, and like bringing your wisdom to us like you do anyway, and sharing that perhaps in a more open way, and literally going for it, literally offering it. It doesn't mean you have to prove anything to everybody or anyone. It just, to my feeling, is this that this is a time for you to go for it. And I know, it depends on everybody's placements. For some people, the big Taurus shift, yes, it's a great opportunity, but depending on where it is in the chart, it could be very, very challenging as well. Okay, but remember, those challenges we can use that to work for us so that we can grow spiritually. So don't forget that. What's the challenge here? Okay, my feeling here also with the Seven of Cups is that you might be, my feeling is like, this is going to sound a little bit weird. It's like, am I ever going to have the chance to tap into my own dreams the way I want them to work out for me? I have all sorts of ideas and wild imaginings that I would like to manifest, but I'm not sure when or if I can or will or have the desire or the momentum or the resources or the time or the inclination or the courage. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Because I don't think you would have this here unless you had the capacity for this to be here. I feel like you have a very close connection with heaven and the understanding of what heaven is and how it works. And like in similar ways that we do here at Tarot Illumination, we allow for anything and everything, and however you interpret it is your own business. Like if you see, magic swirling balls, if you sense if you're very clairaudient, clairsentient, clair whatever like works for you, and then sharing that with others as you like to do anyway. It's kind of like you enjoy doing that. So the challenge is, what about that for yourself? That's what I'm feeling here. What about what works for you also? The challenge. So how are you going to meet that challenge? Okay, more knights. My feeling here with the knights is to really, really take full advantage. Now, I think, don't quote me here also, but if I remember, you're a like super heavy duty Aquarian. Is that correct? Um, like triple, quadruple Aquarius or something. In which case, there's the potential for all of that. Where did I put it? Where's the chart? Dang. Hold on, give me a second here. I had a little note. Stay there also. So, all right, let's just say, let's put this over here. Let's pretend this is you. Okay, awesome. And I'll put the Aquarius energy on the horizon here. And all this Uranus and Taurus energy is happening over here in your fourth house, foundations of your life, the foundations of your world from which everything else emanates. Okay, that's a very seriously, potentially very challenging placement for Uranus to be for the next 7 years. It's going to be a journey. And some people are saying, like, Uranus and Taurus, you could translate that as earthquake type energy. So if you're going to go through a journey here where your life is going to get shaken up at the very core, the very foundations, so instead of feeling threatened by that, the idea is to like seize the opportunity. See this as like a breaking open, freedom, liberation, tremendous liberation and freedom from perhaps whatever is binding you to whatever limitations are stopping your own dreams from coming true. Whatever that might be. It might be very delicate. It might be very subtle. It might be very obvious to you. You don't have to say anything here on the show if you don't want to. I'm just giving you my feeling for what I'm seeing from the reading here. There's so much energy here. There's so much potential, so much opportunity. And the question is to take full advantage of it and not let this get the better of you. Okay? Thank you all, son. Thank you so, so much for indulging Tarot Illumination. It's been a real treat. Oh, all right. I need another break, people. Give me a moment. Thanks, everybody, for hanging in. It's been a real pleasure. I know it's getting very late for a lot of you guys, or very too early or something, or some of you got to go to work or whatever. But I do thank you. So give me a break here. I'm going to put, because it's very tough. Hold on. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Okay, I'm going to put another little song on now. Okay. It's for you, Michael. Okay. Thank you all, son. Thank you so, so much. If you wish for a simple miracle, if you wish, you can have them right away. All you need is some faith, is the will. Ask for it, and it will come to you today. I want you to be so happy. Yeah. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Yeah. Na da 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 da, na da 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 da. Na da 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 da, na da 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 da. And if you wish to be in a state of grace, ask for it, and it will meet you face to face. And if you wish, if you dare to dream, you will find that it's easier than it seems. Hey, I want you to be so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Oh. Da 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 da. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da 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 da, da 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 da. Oh, yeah. I want you to be so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams today. Keep dancing, people. I'm still doing some background stuff here. Okay. That was for Michael, but now this is for everybody. Please give yourself a chance to taste your dreams.
If you wish for a simple miracle, if you wish, you can have them right away. All you need is some faith, is the will. Ask for it, and it will come to you today. I want you to be so happy.
Yeah.
I want you to be your higher self.
Yeah.
I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Yeah. Na 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 na. La da 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 da. And if you wish to be in a state of grace, ask for it, and it will meet you face to face. And if you wish, if you dare to dream, you will find that it's easier than it seems. Hey, I want you to be so happy. Yeah. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Yeah. Da 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 da. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. Oh, la da 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 da, da 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 da. Oh, yeah. I want you to be so happy. Yeah. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams today.
All right. Let's have a look, people. Zala, you're up. Aha, 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 aha. Zala, this one's for you. Cheers. Welcome, Zala. Welcome. Hello to Iraq. Did you say Iraq or Iran? I can't remember. Can you remind everybody, please, Zala? Are you in Iraq right now or Iran right now? Please, can you remind us? Iraq. Okay, thank you, Zala. So this reading is going out tonight to Zala in Iraq. There you go. I know it's taken a long time, Zala, but that's what we do here on this silly show. We just can't help it. It's almost over. It's almost over. Don't worry. You can either get up and go to work or go to sleep or whatever it is you got to do in Iraq today, tomorrow, or whenever. Cards are well shuffled in advance. No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles. You've seen what happens here. We keep it very simple. This is public, so I'm going to keep it very, very light, very simple, very generic, nothing too fancy. All right? Look at that, a really skinny cut. All right, here we go. So, what's the situation? What's the challenge? How are we going to handle this? And by the way, what's the weather like for you, Zala? The Lovers. Okay, this is getting freaky weird. How many times? I mean, I shuffle people. I shuffle really well. And I cut really well. I do that deliberately to break up the deck, make it absolutely clear and pure as possible. And I know, like, if a really high-end statistician was here, they'd say, it doesn't matter. This is just as likely to be here as it's not likely to be here. But I know you guys are kind of like Tarot Illumination. You see signs in things. I see signs in things. This has been coming up a lot tonight. And I think this is very much to do with, again, this energy here. Very, very significant relationship dynamics coming out, being vividly exposed somewhere in your life. It's very heavily supported, so it's not a crushing situation, but it feels to me like it's very, very important right now to be extremely aware of the relationship dynamics in your life. What is it that you truly value in a significant other? And what is it that a significant other truly values in you? And these are things that you can only learn about yourself in the context of a significant relationship with a significant other that is heavily supported in this learning experience by heaven itself. So there you go. That's what I feel about this. What's the situation? Okay. Well, with the Page of Cups here, to me, this is an indication that you have very good intentions and that you're going to go forward with whatever is happening with you in these important decisions regarding these important relationship dynamics, whoever it's with. Maybe you've got a boyfriend. Maybe you've got a girlfriend. Maybe it's a parental issue. Maybe it's an issue with children. Maybe it's an issue with jobs, careers. Maybe it's somebody very, very special, very significant in your life. Looks to me like you're going to go forward with it anyway and learn whatever you need to learn from it, however it's going to happen. In other words, it's almost like, I don't care how scary Tarot Illumination makes it all sound. Oh, Uranus is going into Taurus. Oh my gosh. It's just like, so what? I can handle it. It's just another planet doing another thing. So what? I'm just going to go there and do what has to happen. I'm going to learn how to love and be loved. And that's all it is. It's very, very simple. Thank you very much. End of the reading. Bye. There you go. Good night, Zala. Just kidding. So what's the situation? If we're dealing with youth or innocence here or young love, it doesn't matter about your biological age. If you're spiritually, emotionally, or romantically or lovingly innocent or sweet or immature, then this is the time to learn. It looks like you're very eager to learn, you want to learn, and you have the circumstances and the opportunity to learn. And that can be a very valuable lesson to a significant other as well, by the way. So it's not wasted in any way. What's the challenge here? Wondering whether you can handle it. Okay, with my feeling here with the Seven of Wands is that deep down you're wondering whether you can handle the pressure of this situation. Like whatever, you don't have to tell us what it is, but every relationship has challenges and moments of glory. And sometimes the really challenging things can be the most exciting things as well at the same time. And the question is, it feels to me like you've got extreme doubt here whether you can handle it. Like you might have all the basically the sweet innocence to just go forward with it, but the reality is that it could be potentially very challenging, whatever it is you're dealing with here, and that it's going to stretch you to the limits. And it's the question of, do you have the courage to handle this when you are taken to the very limits of what's happening in this situation? I mean, it's okay, it's like, it's easy to be happy when everything is like going fine. Let's say you're rich or something like that. And it's like easy to buy yourself out of a problem. It's easy to buy yourself out of a situation so you don't have to endure the challenging stuff. But sometimes there are no props. There are no ways to get out of a challenging situation, and you just have to deal with it. And you are faced with the raw, simple facts that in some high degree you're innocent, and there's a lot to learn. And the reality is that it might be very, very challenging for you, And that might be uncomfortable, and you might be, it's like there's the two sides of you showing here. There's the innocent, sweet side, which has all the best of intentions, but deep down in the inside, my feeling is at the depth of your heart and soul, it's like you're questioning your own strength, your own ability, your own courage to handle this at all. Like extreme self-doubt. So how are we going to handle that? Oh, okay. Well, bring it out into the open. That's what I'm feeling here. If you've got serious relationship issues and you don't know how to handle them and you're innocent and you don't know if you have the courage or guts to handle it, bring it out in the open. Declare it openly, share it with others. Like if you've got something really good, share that. You know, it doesn't have to be a big secret. Like maybe you're dating someone, maybe maybe someone is courting you, maybe someone is after you, and maybe they're really good for you. Maybe it's time to like make things official. And don't worry about whether you can handle it or not. Just get into it, learn what has to be learned, and then go for it. Some people might even think of this as an engagement or a potential marriage in a relationship situation. It's very hard not to see that in a tarot reading. There's plenty of other tarot readers here tonight who would probably concur with Tarot Illumination that there's a definite hint of a loving relationship here that could be potentially challenging, but it could be potentially rewarding, okay? So you're in the position of having to make very, very big decisions. What are you going to do? Well, my first feeling again is to go public. Go public with it. Just if you have to, talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your loved one. Advise your loved one to talk to their friends and family and just get this thing totally open. In other words, like, excuse me, my dear loved one, am I truly acceptable to you and your family? And then the loved one says, okay, well, thanks for bringing that out in the public and showing that in front of everybody. I'm just going to ask you the same difficult question now. Am I acceptable to you and your family? I don't know. But it's important to bring it out in the public, get the conversation public, and let your friends and family and everybody needs to know about this. That's the way you handle it. Then you don't have to handle it on your own. Okay? That's what I'm feeling here for you. All right, Zala? I hope this helps you in some way or other. I hope it didn't sound like complete nonsense. Maybe sometimes we get readings, they sound like complete nonsense to the client, but it makes perfect sense to someone else here. I'm just explaining to you, Zala, this happens sometimes on this show. And then you have to dedicate the reading to someone else and then pray for good luck one day that you'll get a reading that works for you. Okay? Thank you so much. Yeah, look at that. Look what Happy Go Lucky wrote. Look at that. Those sticks build the happily ever after house. What about that? Sunflower Girl is offering some very interesting comments. You get it? Do you see what we're talking about here? Thank you, Zala. No, seriously, I really appreciate it. I'm very happy to do this for you. Thank you for coming to Tarot Illumination. I am I'm actually very, very proud of Tarot Illumination that we can do this. That to me, it freaks me out that I'm right here at home and you're over there in Iraq right now. This is happening right now. Right now. And this isn't just some TV show in America. This is going all over the freaking planet simultaneously. Freaks me out. Totally freaks me out. All right, it's getting very, very late over here, people. I'm really wiped out. Steph, I got one for you. You deserve it. Let's go for it. Let's keep it short and sweet and simple, okay? I'm beyond wiped out. I don't know what's going to happen next week. Probably a whole bunch of readings, and I just have to rest in between. There's a lot of stuff that I do behind the scenes here at Tarot Illumination, which you can't see, and I try to do it all to keep the channel alive and to keep it growing. It's like having a very, very, very demanding baby, and you can only do so much at any one time. And I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to let this little baby grow at its own pace. For anybody and everyone who's been here, but you've had to go to bed early and you watch the replays later, thank you so much for visiting the show. I love doing this for you. Thank you, Abby, if you're still here. Thank you, Alson, if you're still here. Love you guys. You really, really have encouraged me all the way from the very beginning, and I'm still here. A lot of it because of you guys and your encouragement. Thank you. Hey, Alson, this will freak you out. Do you realize I had a job? I had a summer job. I was a production line manager at a Cadbury's chocolate factory. And everything that you've seen in that very old Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie, remember, it's like a little kiddies classic. They still play it today. It's true. It's real. You have all these insane, crazy machines and all these insane, crazy people. And I had to manage these people on a chocolate production line. Lots of swirling lights and candies and boxes and knobs and dials and chocolate flying everywhere. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate everywhere. It is mind-boggling. Good night, Elizabeth. It's been a pleasure. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a reading. Maybe another time. All right? Good night, Elizabeth with a Z. I think I'm going to have to put a story on the Terra Lumination story time list about the chocolate factory, because it's real, people. It is absolutely real. I will tell you stuff on that story that'll freak you out. That's another day. Please remind me, Alson, at some point I have to tell the stories, some of my stories as a production line manager at a Cadbury's chocolate factory. All right. So, Steph, we're up. This one's for you. Let's have a look. What's going on? Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. What's the circumstances? Let's just check the weather, shall we? Wonder what's going on. Well, with the Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles here, Stephanie, my feeling is that this is a reminder that everything right now is kind of a work in progress. And my feeling right now, really specifically to you, is to pay very close attention to your immediate surroundings. Look at anything around you in your environment, in your world, anything that needs clearing up, tidying up, and tucking away. You know how people clear houses and put stuff into storage? I'm not saying that. I'm saying literally bye-bye to certain stuff. Doing a lot of pruning and tucking and like weeding and house clearing and anything and everything, and only working with what really, really counts. What is it that you truly value? Anything and everything else, you maybe give it away to charity or sell it on eBay or something. Give it as gifts or something, and really like streamline the lifestyle and focus on the things that you really love and value. That's the circumstantial energy. That's what it's. I'm not saying to go and do that. All I'm suggesting is that the circumstantial energy is very supportive for that to happen. However you want to reinterpret that for you. What's the situation? Okay. Well, it's to me, it's already like you're working on it. The Two of Pentacles here, you're working on it, but it's actually very much harder to do than to say. You know, I can just sit here and say Terra Lumination says blah blah blah, do this, do that, but actually doing it is a whole other thing, because you know how we build a life. And then all of a sudden we have this stuff. We have where we live, how we live, the people with whom we share our lives, and the people who share their lives with us. And everything becomes very, very tightly meshed. And you realize it's not that easy to just go kerblam, kaboom, and blast the foundations of your world. Again, going back to this. So Stephanie, wherever this is happening in your life, A lot of people interpret Uranus as in Taurus as big earthquakes, random earthquakes, awakening, shocking, amazing, wonderful stuff that are going to completely restructure your whole life. And what is it that you truly value wherever this lies in your life, in your chart, wherever that might be. And to me, it feels like it's already starting to happen. You're already starting to feel the rumblings. The rumblings like, and just getting ready for it. And just get to the whole idea that this is going to actually ultimately be very liberating for you. Okay? It just might be a little destabilizing. It might be very unsettling for you. And then you're having to figure out, well, what am I supposed to do now? So what is the challenge here? Okay. My feeling is that the challenge here is like becoming the boss of you to the point where you have to get all the facts right, all the information, and be in charge of that. Gather like information gathering. You know how they do when they're preparing for war? They gather information because it's very hard to do things without information. It's very hard to make effective decisions without information. And my feeling here is that it needs to be done in a very, very practical, methodical way. But it's not happening because this card is in like in a challenging position here. So it might mean that, to me, it's almost an indication of needing to get like professional help, but that's a challenge because that means that it's almost like you're not doing this on your own. It's like these are things that you need to figure out for yourself, but at the same time, how are you going to figure out these things that need to be figured out for yourself without professional counsel? Okay, just saying. I don't know how that would work out. I don't know how that works out in real life, but that's what I'm feeling here. So how do we handle that situation? Because that's very, very awkward. Okay. The first thing to my feeling is to surrender to the situation. In other words, don't fight this. Just deal with things absolutely as they are in terms of factual, material, evidential reality, and then realize that there's a lot of stuff that you don't know that you still need to know before you make yourself make any kind of firm decisions and put yourself in a position where you can take charge and be like the executor of your own destiny, so to speak, the decider, the decision maker. That's the challenge. It's very hard to do that without the information. So my feeling here, the way to deal with it, with the Four of Swords, is to, again, exercise the healing power of no. If you have to, the healing power of a total FU, and then go into a state of deep personal, private, internal evaluation. Some people would call this meditation or healing or going into turning into yourself, not in order to find the answers that you need, because the answers lie inside you there already. And then listening very closely to what the heart tells you, what your own internal guidance, your own internal advisor knows is true. And then when you're ready, but not before, then kind of getting back up, getting back into your power, into your strength, into your majesty, and making decisions, but not before. Please don't rush this. My feeling is for the next few weeks at least, take it very, very, very gently before you make any critical moves, any critical decisions. Allow for yourself to feel destabilized and treat that destabilization feeling as a signal to chill, to step back, to relax before you like do what has to be done, before you make really tough, important decisions. The challenge is I don't think you can make these really big executive decisions right now and take full charge or be the boss right now. I think you need to do a lot of self-healing first. Okay. All right, Steph, that's all I'm going to say on this one. I'll just leave this here for your view in case you do the action replay, action rewind. I'll just put it like this. Okay. There you go. Circumstantial energy, the situation, the challenge, and here's how we're going to handle it. All right. So there you go, Stephanie. Thank you so much for everything. You're a really good support. You're a really, really good sport. All right. Let's get some tunes going, people. This is for you, Stephanie. I've witnessed the blue lights around you, mixed with gold and turquoise surrounding you, pouring down on you like a shower that you shared with us for an hour. And though sometimes it feels like it's fading, I know you won't let it all disappear. Your love is the essence, burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. We need the light shining eternal, most especially when things get infernal. When things get all battered and shattered, lost in darkness, that's when it matters. And though sometimes it feels like it's fading, I know you won't let it all disappear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Okay, well, um, I'm going to leave it at that, folks. It's been a super lovely evening with you guys. I really had a blast, and we'll do this again. I'm going to close out with a song, and I want to thank you for all your support. Everybody, the newbies, people from Iraq, Philippines, everything, Buenos Aires, Lena, all you guys. It's fantastic for me. I love doing this for you. I love doing this with you. Seriously, I love doing this with you. Okay? Yeah. So let's have some fun. We're going to chill it out. Pretend you're at a U2 rock concert now. And we're just going to close it out, all right? We're at a massive, your biggest, most favorite band ever. And we're going to start to close it out, all right, people? Hold on. I got to get my stuff together here. This is the grand finale, all right? So let's have a look. Where is it? Okay. I'm going to play this song. Love the word. I love the word. Words are so powerful. We create our destiny. Thoughts are things. Thoughts turn into words, into acts and actions, which turn into consequences. A lot of our thoughts are spontaneous. They come from our limbic system, autopilot, how we were raised, how we were nurtured, and what we have in our DNA. But it is possible to override that, especially if it's toxic. Sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes people are too far gone and you can't help them and you have to forgive them. They can turn into axe murderers, serial killers, abusers, all sorts of worst variations of humanity. And there you go. What can you do? But a lot of us here, for example, here tonight, are deliberately choosing to live in a state of love, deliberately choosing to invoke the healing power of love into our lives from up above. In fact, let's just do it anyway. Before we get into the music, okay? Let's have a little parting moment together. Hold on, before we start the music, sorry. Everybody, if you want to do in your wildest imagination, please visualize that we're all here around a little campfire. Terra Lumination Love Tribe is active, alive, and a breathing thing. It's like a little organism. Please hold hands with the person next to you. Please extend the love. I know these things are awkward. I know it's uncomfortable. It's like kind of creepy almost, but it's, you don't actually, because we're doing it online digitally, you don't have to put your sweaty palm in their sweaty palm. It doesn't have to be covered in chocolate or mayonnaise or whiskey or pineapple or grilled cheese or anything. It can just be a digital palm. You connect your palm with their palm and hold hands, and we'll create a beautiful circle, okay? This is the circle of love, okay? And just hang in with me. I'm going to say this for myself, but I'm going to add the word we instead of I, because this is my little thing that I do every night anyway and every morning. We ask, okay, I'm just going to say it, all right? I need room. Hold on. I'll bring this back. Let's do this properly. Let's just do it properly. Let's make a little ceremony. Let's do it properly. Gather round, gather in a circle. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our bodies from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our minds from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our hearts from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our souls from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our relationships from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our loved ones from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our homes and families from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our lives from up above. So it is spoken, so it is done. Okay, here we go. Let's have a little bit of music. Sing the word, share the word, speak the word, dance the word, sing the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word, vibrate the word, shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, whisper the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing it now, sing the word, chant the word, speak the word, dance the word, sing the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word, vibrate the word, shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, whisper the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing it out, sing the word, share the word, speak the word, dance the word, sing the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word, vibrate the word, shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, whisper the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing it sing the word, share the word, speak the word, dance the word, sing the word, praise the word, feel the word, love the word, live the word, vibrate the word, shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, whisper the word, sigh the word, love the word, sing it Thank you, everybody. It's been a true pleasure. I hope I got everybody's names here tonight. Did what we could. I'm sorry I can't read for all of you. I'm totally wiped out. I'm going to crash out now, and we'll hopefully see you again next week, okay? Farewell. I think I'm just going to leave this here and going to hold on. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night, everyone. Stay calm. Have a good week. Love thyself. Love thyself. Love thyself.